Hello, welcome to the Tabs and Icons Consulting video series. In this video, I'm going to take us through 12 powerful shortcut keys using the Alt key. Now, we all know that using the shortcut keys are faster and much better ways of working using the spreadsheet. Let's look at our data and the shortcut keys we're going to use. Now, I have this data here. It's about sales, location, January to March, and then you have total here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is how to freeze pane. We know how to freeze pane, that each time if we scroll down this sheet, you notice that as soon as I scroll down to a certain level, the headers are already scrolled down. So if I get to somewhere this way, I won't know which month I am, whether this is February or March. Now, because they are sequential, I can easily guess, but that's not what it should be. I want to stay here and see the headers of my document. Now, the usual thing that we do is come here, take view, and then we come here, click on freeze pane, and then we select freeze pane. But now we're not going to be doing that. So what I do is I place my cursor in the particular location where I want to freeze. Now I want to freeze the location and the names. So I come here and all I'll need is to take Alt W F F. That's all. Now each time you say Alt comma W comma, that means I'm hitting each of these keys independently. I'm not going to hold anyone down before pressing the other one. So I place my cursor here and I say Alt W. That's all I need to do. So when I scroll down now, you notice that my headers are fixed, so I don't have to start guessing which particular column I am or color header I am. Now that's how easy it is. Alt WFF will freeze your panes for you. Now if you want to take it off, very easy too. The same process, Alt W takes it off. So I've done the unfreeze and it's back to my normal cell. Now the next one I'm going to do is sorting using the shortcut key. Now we know how to sort. You have to highlight the whole of this data, come here, sort by ascending or descending order. But with the Alt key, it's quite simple. Now I want to sort first. Let's sort these names in ascending order. So I'm just going to take Alt, A, S, and A. What that simply means is Alt, I'm sorting in ascending order. Now when I get to descending order, I'm going to say Alt, A, S, D. So I place my cursor here. I want to sort these salespersons by ascending order. I hit my Alt, A, S, A. Now I'm done. I don't need to highlight anything. So I've sorted that in ascending order. I want to take it back by doing Control Z, and I want to sort this report according to performance in descending order. Now we have the totals here. Let me move this one a little bit to the right. I have the totals here. They are appearing in no particular order based on the names they have here. So I want to sort this total in descending order. So I place my cursor on the first item there and I say Alt A S, and that's all. Descending order, starting from the highest down to the least. So if you go down, you'll see that this is the least and this is the highest. If I want to sort in ascending order in total, I say Alt A S, and I'm done. Now that's a powerful shortcut for sorting, so we don't need to bother ourselves highlighting, going to data sort. It's quite some waste of time doing that. Now the next thing I want to do is fill color. Now sometimes you've done your job and you want to light or decorate your sheet a little bit. So I'm going to highlight the whole of this one and I want to color it. So I come to home and then I go to this place here and I now begin to pick a particular color. But with the Alt key, you don't need to do that. Highlight this. All I need to do is Alt double H, that's Alt H and H, and my colors are out. So I just select any of the colors. Let me select dark green. Now I want to also change the font color. Now to change the font color, the font is written in black, so that's why it's not very visible. So all I need to highlight the whole of this area and I say Alt H FC. It gives me the font color. So if let me put white will write well on green. Yeah. So you can see I have just done the fill color and the font color. So that's how to use that. The next thing is I'm going to show us how to use the insert row. We know how to insert row. We come here, right click and take insert, or you go to insert and take the icon to insert a row or column. But with the Alt key, you don't need to do that. Now let's assume I have two candidates appearing under the name Kazim, which under this name. And I need to insert space here for these two candidates. So all I need is to highlight the two space there, and I say Alt I Alt insert row, and that's all. So I want to insert another row here. I come here, Alt IR. See, I don't need to highlight the whole of that row. I just place my cursor anywhere on the row. I say Alt IR. Now that's how to insert a row. So let's assume also that after the salesperson, we're supposed to have a column here for sex. Now we notice that we just the salesperson's location. I want to insert a column here for sex. So all I need is to place my cursor anywhere in the column, and I hit my Alt and I say I and then C, Alt I C, which is Alt insert column, and I've inserted a column. And if I want to insert multiple columns, I highlight 2, 3 columns, for example, and I say Alt I C. I've inserted multiple columns. So this is how powerful the Alt key is. What else can we do with this data? I want to delete a sheet. Now, let me insert another sheet first. To insert a sheet, we know what we usually do. But using the Alt key, you could just place your cursor on any position in the sheet and say Alt HIS, Alt Home Insert Sheet. So I'm going to say Alt HIS. Now I've inserted another sheet. So it's quite easy. If I don't want to use approach, I can hold my Alt and Shift together and press F1. So let me insert another sheet. Alt, Shift, and F1. So this same thing, I can use Alt, Shift, F1 or Alt, HIS. Now let me delete this sheet. Now when you're deleting sheet, there's no need going through the ribbon. Just say Alt, E, L, and that sheet is gone. So let me delete this sheet 4. I'll say Alt, E, and L. So I've deleted those two sheets. That's how powerful the Alt key is. Now, we've seen how to insert sheet, we see how to delete sheets, how to insert column. The next thing, we're going to the next data sheet and look at how to transpose data, how to value copy, and how to auto sum. So let's go to our data sheet. Now we have this data sheet. Now when we have this sheet like this, sometimes I want to say total here. I'll say total. Let me make this in uppercase. Okay, total. And I also want to have total here too, so that I can, yeah, I think I can actually see total per region, and then here I can see total per month. Now, what you need to do, rather than do the total and copy down or copy across, don't bother, just highlight the whole of this one, hold down your control key, highlight this. So what I'm saying is I'm going to total by the month, I'm going to total by the location, which is Abuja, Lagos, Benin, or Kano. So all I need, I hold my Alt key and I press equal to. Now, if you look at the formula down here, it's saying Alt plus equal to. That means I'm not going to press Alt and take out my finger. I'm going to hold Alt down and press equal to. So I need to hold Alt and I press equal to. That's what my job is done. Very simple. So Alt equal to is to auto sum a particular data. Now, let's look at a situation where I have this already done, and I'm told to just get the months and then their total. So that means I'm going to have January. Let me put it somewhere here. Let's say January. Now, because this is a screen, I should just down to June. Okay, this is June. Now, I want here only total. I want total. So this could have been in another sheet. Now, we know if I copy these totals here. Now, look at these totals have a formula. So if I copy this here, copy, and come down here to paste this total. Let's see what happens. I will do Control V. Now you notice that Control V did not work because I'm copying a formula cell. And so it's going to also come with a formula. So you see that it's not going to work. So all I need is only the figures. I don't need the formula. So I come here, highlight this, Control C to copy. And when I get here, since I need only the figures, I'm going to say Alt HVV. Alt HV. and V. So it takes only the figures, no formula. It takes out the formula underlay. That is also called value copy, which you can actually copy, go and do value copy. Now, if you are using Microsoft 365, you just say copy and say Control Shift V. It will still work the same thing. Now, let's look at the last part of this report. We want to transpose this report. Can I take out this? Okay, let me take out this. Can I take out this? Now, someone has done this report this way, but maybe your supervisor failed. Why don't you write Abuja, Lagos, Benin down this way and the month this way? Which means it's saying copy this January should be here. This is January. And let me drag to that. I hope it works out that way. Okay, fine. Up to June. Okay. And then I have my Abuja down this way. So here I'm going to have Abuja. And this is Lagos. So I can prepare this report this way. That's I'm actually transposing the top report. Now, when you have your report this way, you don't need to bother how to do it. Copy the whole report and transpose it at once. So what I'm going to do is come here. Let me move this a little bit further. Okay. So I come here. I copy the whole of this, the whole of the report. I take Ctrl C. I move down to wherever I want to paste it. It could be another sheet. And then let me come and paste it here. I just say Alt H V T, Alt H V and T, and my report is set. Alt H V T. So this is my report. Alt H V T. That means Alt after copying, H for home, V for value, T for transpose. So Alt H V T will transpose your data. It's very easy to use these functions. Let me insert some here. Now I want this. So I could rather copy this, for example, Control C. And if I want to paste it, transpose, I come here and say paste straight this way. So this is how these shortcut keys work. I hope there's no one I've not covered. I think I've covered virtually everything here. So these are the powerful functions that you can use to ease and speed up your job using Microsoft Excel. Thank you very much for listening. In other videos, we're going to see much more of what Excel can do. Bye-bye.